So welcome to Tank Life with Mac. The aim of this channel is really just to share my journey as a tropical fish hobbyist. Over the last 30, 40 years, I have had multiple tanks, anything from a 10-liter tank. So I need to work out what that is in gallons. But anyway, I have had everything from wild guppies to cichlids to angelfish to zebras, you name it. And it's been an interesting journey. I've always been fascinated with sea life, aquatics, bird life, wildlife. And my little way to stay in touch with that has been by having fish. And I used to live in South Africa, and I loved going fishing as well, catch and release. And if I did catch and take home, it was purely so that we could enjoy the fish itself. But over the years, I've really enjoyed watching the whole process of creating ecosystems in tanks. I see people doing water changes like on a daily basis, weekly basis. And I've followed various experts on conservation and water quality and things like that. And it got to a stage where I've been able to set up tanks where I've done water changes, purely just topping them up, when needed, because I've been able to create ecosystems where the water quality stays high, and I've got multiple species in the tank that each play their little part in the ecosystem, including plants and filtration systems and bacteria and live food and you name it. So over the years, I've bred multiple fish, stopped breeding for a while. And then when my daughters got to the age of like 5 or 6, I used that as an excuse to get tanks again. And I started off with a little 10-liter tank, which then had guppies in. And of course, the guppies had babies. And then I needed another tank for the babies. And then that grew. So over time, I ended up adopting fish from various people across the country when they were not in a position to look after them, or the water change has become too much, or there's been a change in circumstances, or some major life event. And as a consequence, I now have 12 tanks. I have 3 tanks that are anywhere between 300 and 600 liters. And then I've got multiple tanks that are anywhere between 80 liters and about 250 liters. And I have 1 tank where I keep angelfish and gouramis and plecos in a very well planted tank. I have multiple tanks with shrimp. So I've got cherry shrimp, I've got blue velvet shrimp, very high quality. And I have multiple strains of guppies that I've bred over time, and swordtails and mollies and lots of live bearers, because those are the ones that a lot of hobbyists tend to start off with. And I want to provide high quality fish that will last a while for the hobbyist, because what I tend to find is when you go to many of the aquariums, I find that 10, 20, 30, sometimes 40% of your stock will die within the first few weeks because of all the chemicals and everything they put in there. So anyway, so this channel is really about me just sharing my experiences, also me asking questions. So if you're a hobbyist and you have the answers to the questions I have, please comment below, share. If you've come across some incredible people on YouTube or anywhere else that share their stories and their journeys and their advice, again, share here. My aim is really to make sure that people have advice that can keep their fish safe and help them enjoy the hobbyist experience without going through some of the horrible experiences I've had where, heaters break and your temperatures drop and you come home, you've got no fish left, or lose a large portion of them, or the water quality changes to such a degree where it's toxic for the fish, or filters break down, or air stones or air pumps go, or all those other wonderful things, or even where you introduce other fish into your tank and then all of a sudden they've got you've got diseases in your tank like white spots or fungal rot or any of those things. So follow the channel, let me know what your thoughts are. This is just a quick intro video. Yes, I shake a lot, so that's part of my chronic fatigue syndrome, and this is also how I look after my mental health, by looking after these wonderful creatures. So I look forward to getting to know each one of my followers, hearing your stories, your questions, and helping you with your aquatic journey. Have a great day, and thanks for following Tank Life with Mac.